Andrew McCART, IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast, and finally I've got the two men together in one interview, Mr. Adam Smith and Ben Shalom. Press conference here before we talk. I want to talk about Savannah Marshall quickly at the end of this interview, but first press conference here in the Utility Arena. You announced two huge signings. I just want you to talk to me about Lauren Price and Kariss Artingstall. That's it. Ben, tell me about this, man. What a great signings for these two girls are.
Yeah, it took so long, and it got very expensive. No, I'm only messing, but they had a lot of options.
I made him pay the money, yeah. Trust me.
They had a lot of options, and in this environment, in this market now, there's a lot of promoters with a lot of good ideas and a lot of places to be in. So, yeah, to be honest, I said up there, I'm humbled that they've chosen us. This is an amazing moment for us. It's not, when you have elite athletes, they can choose. They can choose exactly what they want to do, when they want to do it, where they want to do it. For them to, I think they wanted to see what the shows were like first. I think, being honest, the question marks are not about Sky Sports, but are about the shows that we can put on. And so that probably is why you're starting to see the Olympians maybe turning over later, because there's just so many new things going on. It's so hard to work out what's happening, and so for them to make the decision on the basis of what we've done the past 6 months, yeah, great moment, really good moment for us. And Adam has obviously been a massive fan of these two and pushed me to make sure that we get the job done, and we did. So we're obviously delighted.
Adam, then, I mean, you made them pay the money, so what was it like for you when these Olympians, after the Olympics, these promoters, they're like dogs and a bit of meat, scrapping for this bone, they want to sign them all, so how nervous were you for these two girls coming over?
Yeah, very nervous, but also quietly confident. I mean, I obviously thank Rob McCracken and the whole Team GB who went to Tokyo, and it was the best ever team, and I went up to see them a few weeks before they went out there. I fell in love with Lauren and Kariss. I think they're brilliant. I think their personalities are fantastic. They use charisma. They're terrific. They've got great backstories, both independently and now together. They're a power couple. I think they're going to take the sport to another level. And along with Caroline, who I think is unbelievably talented, I think we have the next generation of female fighters. Now we have the biggest stable of female fighters. You add Savannah, Clarissa, and Tasha, who's just won a world title, and they're exemplary. They conduct themselves brilliantly. They're fantastic. They're very marketable, and I think for Sky, with the whole build of women's sport, I think they're going to be absolutely powerful figures for us. They're great girls. Lauren was an outstanding amateur. I think she'll be a multi-weight world champion, and Kariss is exciting and very, very tenacious, and I think she will literally put bums on seats. People are going to want to watch her fight because she wants to knock people out. She's going to be very exciting. I think they'll both become world champions. I think they'll both become superstars. It's been a nervous 8, 9, 10 months. I have been nipping away and nagging Ben constantly because I believe in them, and I believe on Sky and with Boxer, with the whole team behind them on both sides, they can become superstars.
He mentioned multiple world championships for these girls. They've done it all in the amateurs, Ben, but we've seen an amateur gold medalist in Galal Yafai jumping into a 10-rounder in his first professional fight, but for these girls that have done it, especially Lauren and Kariss, they've done it all in the amateur. They've won the gold medals in tournaments, and they've won medals in every tournament. How fast can you try to push these girls on to win these world titles?
To be honest, there's no rush. We have no doubt that they can compete right at the top already, but it's not just a different sport inside the ring. It's different fighting in big arenas on a big platform when you know you've got hundreds of thousands of people watching you, you've got thousands of people in the arena. I think until you start to see them in the ring and how they're coping with everything, how they're coping with the big ring walks, how they're coping with the extra attention that they're receiving, I don't think you can make those decisions until you see what's going on. And they're going to have long careers. They're both 27 years old. Yes, they're prepared inside the ring, but they're also prepared outside. They're very, very mature as well. So they can move extremely quickly. That's what's so exciting. But at the same time, there's no rush with us. They're going to be superstars, so it's important for us to promote them. It's important for them to be on big shows. And when the time is right, they're going to clean up because they have that pedigree. They're that good.
And they're going to take the experience for being around big shows, not necessarily fighting on them just yet as well. To see Georgia O'Connor out the back of my eye, and I think her and April Hunter are on tonight, Savannah Marshall topping the bill. What better time for Lauren and Kariss to turn professional? When Katie did, she was a pioneer in the pro ranks. Jane Couch had nagged me for years and maybe didn't get her dues really at that time, but Katie led the way, and that obviously led to the likes of Savannah and Chantel and Terry, and now this is a perfect platform, a perfect time with our relationship now. Boxer and Sky, we believe we'll go from strength to strength. This is, a building process, and look where we've come in just a few months. And look at the stable that Ben's building here. It's a select stable. It's a stable full of different characters, of giving chances to unheralded young fighters, and also, some really established names as well. We signed Fraser, we signed Tasha rather, and Fraser and Tasha are almost like the captains for the men and the women. They're so experienced, and they help us. And I think that they are so excited as well that we've got Lauren and Kariss. And this isn't the end. This is now, our female stable is huge, but this isn't the end. We've got more business to do this year. There's no question about that.
One final one for me then, for the both of you. You mentioned a power couple. Has it ever been a couple fighting on the same card together, and how would that dynamic play out? Because I think one would be worried about the other one if they were on before. So has that ever happened before for you, Adam?
I think they're very keen on being on separate shows. Obviously they're an incredibly close couple, and I think emotionally it'll be very difficult for them to fight on the same show. But I'm struggling. I'm a massive sports fan of thinking of a couple like this in sport. They've got so much marketability, so much different commercial opportunities. I think they're fantastic together. They both talk so well. They both fight for fun, and they've got great stories. You've got the army gunner, you've got the former Welsh. She was capped 50 times for Wales, Lauren. What a sports star for her country. She's an MBE. And Kariss, we were out for dinner last night and she was telling us some stories, and when they come out, some of them, I'll tell you what, they are, Ben, they're going to be stars.
One for IFL TV then, these stories?
You seem to let anything on the channel, so probably.
We let Ben Shalom on. Although I struggled to get you the first time I met you, because you weren't really wanting to be in front of the camera. So listen, it's good to get you on. It's
early days, and I think we're just building and we're just taking it step by step, and that's why it's so great to get. We're not the finished article, so to be attracting elite fighters already, it's incredible. And you have to get fighters to believe in where you're going and what your team and what you want to achieve in the sport. And we're seeing it more and more now. We feel confident every time there's a fighter out of contract. We feel like we're the obvious place right now, but there's still a lot of options, a lot of promoters, and we've been in this game not very long. The other two major promoters have been in 30 years, and we know where we are and we know where we want to go, and it's exciting times because we can see every month the momentum just keeps going and going, and very excited, very big day for us.
It's 9-8 months, whatever is in this game, so it's good to see it's healthy competition, which is good for boxing. So thank you so much, both of you, for doing this for IFL TV, and I think the fight's about to start, so let's enjoy some boxing.
Absolutely, yeah, great night ahead.
Thank you very much, guys. Cheers now.